So I'm scrolling down to the map. Here is the deal. So Blue 4 is going to be France and Switzerland, known as the group DRA-10. I actually am unfamiliar with that one. And Op 4 is going to be the AAF. So Blue 4 spined up to the north, Op 4 to the south. Objectives are going to be as follows. There is a neutral military base that needs to be captured. I'm assuming it is right here. We usually see it in an area marker, but I assume that's going to be invisible and just relying to that issue. So whoever secures that military base, has the most people inside of it by the end of the 90-minute round, will gain 4 points. Blue 4 have 2 additional options. They have to destroy an ammo depot before the hour mark, and they have to kill a colonel before... Alright, give it a second. That is the sound of 150 people being moved to a TFAR channel, and it is not pretty, but real quick, I'm going to abort and switch to an Ace Spectator slot because I prefer the Ace interface for Spectator than the virtual. The reason I do that switch is because with the virtual one, which is the vanilla, I can see map markers on the map that I wouldn't necessarily see in the Ace Spectator because Ace Spectator is weird. But otherwise, Blue 4 have to kill a colonel and destroy an ammo depot for the first hour, and Op 4 have to protect them. Each one of those is worth 2 points. Note, there is no supremacy bonus in this mission. It is literally a grand total of 8 points across 3 objectives. Half of those points being cashed out at the hour mark, excuse me, not the half hour mark, the full hour mark, and then the other remaining 30 minutes for that final military base. You see the ammo depot is down here. Looking at it, it appears to be in this building right here, so there's either something they can interact with, which I believe is this right here, so if that is triggered on, that will destroy this place by the hour mark, and then the colonel, I believe, is at the MP mark. If we were to identify it, here is his car, which means just confirming it on the map, he is somewhere in here. Usually we see VIPs put in this little nook right here in this type of building, but it looks like he is instead going to be right. Anyway, we're gonna pretend you didn't see that. Anyway, how do I participate in these events? It's really simple. All you got to do is do !OFCRA. I will run it for you, but that's, what'll come up in the 2-minute prediction. Or not the prediction, excuse me, I'm writing that right now. The 2-minute delay. So who will win this? Let me write this up for you guys right now. I'm going to put it on a 10-minute delay. Blue 4, which is going to be Swiss. And Op 4 is going to be the AAF. They're technically on defense as well. And then we're going to put the server up as the third option because that's going to be funny. Anyway, there we go. Prediction is up. Let's go ahead and get things covered there. So, otherwise, that is pretty much the AO. Let's go ahead and look at kits real quick, and I will do my best now to focus on chat. How is life? Life is great, to be perfectly honest, but I'll get more on that later. By the way, if this server crashes, NASA has told me there is another server that they're going to immediately try to connect everyone to and start the mission immediately, because it is allegedly a more powerful server that they are either considering moving to or some other community has it. He actually didn't give me too many details on it. Looks like there's a little bit of desync to start. That'll probably get cleaned up in a bit. Otherwise, looking at the French forces, seem to have 5.56. These, I think these are vanilla SPAR 16s, actually, based off of the model. But it's 5.56 rifles. I see little fluffers down there. We got AT4s down. They're playing with the flag options as well. We got mini-me's for the light machine gun. And I'm trying to look around over here. I think those are AT4s. It might be the French name equivalent, but it's basically a single-shot disposable AT launch. We got some Grenadier rifles in play as well. I'm trying to see if there's any other forces with heavier assets, but it looks like it's just rifles, light machine guns, and Grenadier rifle attachments, UGLs, excuse me. Oh, no, we do have a, this is a guided launcher. Though I've seen it used in the past in OFCRA events. It's not the most effective and accurate thing in the world, but they've got 2 of them. They seem to have a hard cutoff point where they fly wildly and accurately, but we got 3 transport cars for those groups, a lot more transport cars over here, transport trucks with 50 cals for point defense. That is quite nice. Let's go ahead and go and look at the DRA-10 guys, which I believe are the Swiss. They appear to be a special forces group of Swiss. Okay. So we've got suppressed 5.56 weapons. We got some lawn barrel 5.56 weapons as well. I'm not seeing anything else, but it might be because they're in the car. I do see a light machine gunner right here. He doesn't have a suppressor, though. He has a compensator for recoil. All right, so they basically have a good mix of things. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look down at OFCRA real quick. OFCRA has... Oh my god, OFCRA is a T-55. No, that's a T-72. Okay, definitely the A model because it doesn't have any ERA armor on it. So OFCRA is a freaking tank. They've got, looks like an M24 for their lawn guns. We have some sort of weapon backpack attachment here, so that could be anything. That could be a 50 cal, that could be a grenade machine gun, that could be a tow launcher. But judging from the fact that Blue 4 doesn't have any heavy vehicles, I'd imagine that's probably some sort of 50 cal. We've got 2 M113s that are up armored. And we've got a mobile Dishka, 2 mobile Dishkas actually. Oh no, 5 mobile Dishkas on the form of UAZs and transport trucks. Okay. Single-shot disposable AT rifle appears to be the Gref version. I don't know who's shooting what back here, but that's quite interesting. And then we also see, I believe that is actually a 249 based off of the back stock, but it could be a mini-me as well. They both are 5.56 light machine guns. And yes, PvP on a 2-minute delay. We're also seeing some G36Ks in play here, which is, again, a 5.56 base rifle. I think that's going to be the main rifle of the AAF here. So it's basically a 5.56 mirror match. OPFOR has a heavy asset. Blue 4 have AT launchers. Definitely a focus on infantry gameplay here, but there's a lot of supporting assets to work with. So this is a very simple op. I appreciate the choice of it, though. Altis, 3-faction fight of... Blue 4 have their main force in the commando element. OP4 has some extra defending vehicles. Blue 4 have some ATGM capability to take those vehicles out. But otherwise, I think this would be a really good introductory op for all the new communities that are playing OFCRA today. Now, I always sometimes get people that ask, well, what are those new communities? What are the current communities playing? I'm going to be honest, guys, I don't know. Maybe I should ask NASA for an itinerary that has all that information, but it's something I've never actually kept track of between FNF and OFCRA. But I'm considering possibly changing that, so we'll just have to see how things go. Axel, you died in time by a 3mm tall zombie? Yeah, that's the new server that Bo's playing on. I'm going to give that some more time tonight. I'm going to be honest, I have been so busy the past few days working on new campaigns. And diving into personal things, to be perfectly honest, which I might now have to stop myself from doing because it's murdering my productivity, but hey, when in Rome. But regardless, 1 minute remaining for those start times. Make sure you get those bets in. I'm going to be honest, based off of the level of server desync I saw in the first few minutes and we're occasionally seeing, I would say there is a fair chance that the server's going to crash, but not a complete guarantee. Because I know a lot of you like to bet on the server crashing. This does appear to be the framework for we might see it, but it could go any way. But the fact that NASA did tell me they had a second server ready to go just in case it happened shows me that it is a possibility. Anyway, there's the AI going. Mission has started. Let's see. A little bit of desync going off. Someone immediately crashed and reconnected on the server, so that's going to throw the server off a little bit. We'll have to see how it goes. Now, reminder, if the prediction is still going before the thing ends, let's say the server were to crash now, but the prediction is still live, we just refund everything because it's unfair, because everyone would just bet on the server. Also, I just noticed there is an OP4 vehicle in play here in the form of a Huey with door gunners. Okay, we do have a pilot crew for it. It's PHK and Rigel. So they're equipped with P90s. I'd imagine that vehicle's probably going to stay locked because usually aircraft in OFCRA missions are usually locked for the first 5 to 10 minutes for balancing reasons to prevent people from rushing. But if both sides have helicopters, usually they're both immediately enabled. So that's just to prevent one side from immediately rushing up and doing stuff with it. Looking back at Blue 4 spawn, I don't think they had any helicopter capability. So they are still in the process of mounting everyone up and getting everyone underway. Special forces have already gone down. They are driving down the form of 2 SUVs. Unsure if those are the armored versions or not. I'd imagine they could be, though.
Si on relance ouais, voilà. Donc, moi, j'en prends une de chaque. Comme ça,
So you hear them calling for radio checks. A little bit of desync in their movement, but that's because 150 people are running around on the server right now. I think going forward with OFCRA events, they need to do that part of the round where for the first minute, the simulation on the server is just completely disabled. Because the 2 or 3 times I've seen them do stuff like that, and then over the weekend op, which I'm not sure was done on OFCRA servers, that seemed to just completely calibrate the server for everyone and allow everyone to go out and get things done. All right, that SUV doing a very sharp turn out of the blue. Looks like because they missed their turn and they need to go down this route. Yeah, Lexico, so one of them technically starts today, the new POG one. However, I'm just doing it as a test run for custom kits because they have a lot of mods that add a lot of cool guns to their mod set. But I just want to test in terms of playability if those guns will be viable because I want to make a bunch of custom faction stuff out of them. And the only way for me to really do that is to run it in an op. So we just have something really simple today for POG. But if it works, then we'll have something good. If not, well, back to the drawing board. But that is the life of Arma 3 Zeusing. Oh, my buddy Dante pulled a prank on me because I thought I knew his birthday at sometime in April. But he's like, yeah, you didn't say anything about, you didn't say happy birthday yet. And I freaked the fuck out. Turns out it's the Marine Corps' birthday today, and he was just messing with me. But he's one of my close friends, so I try to make sure I remember things like birthdays because I'm bad at that. But no, Liru just gets trolled. Either way, we got one of the 113s immediately coming up here. Very loud. Very, very loud indeed. So that 113, I assume, is going to probably go right up to the airbase here. Looking at the map, AAF definitely had the closer spawn because they're technically the defending faction here. I find it curious, though, the choice of the AO here, because the hour-long objectives are closer to the AAF spawn, but the hour 30 objective is closer to Blue 4. So this could create a faucet of Blue 4 deploying forces to the military base early on and then using the rest to push through. Meaning, Op4 just has to focus on the ammo depot and the the VIP first. If I was in Op4's shoes, I would honestly just split my forces 50-50 and defend these 2 objectives, because if I can at least get those done, then I'll have half the points I could theoretically score on the board, because the ammo depot's worth 2 points, VIP's worth 2 points, and the capture objective for the full hour-and-a-half mission is worth 4 points. So if those 2 can be secured, you can at least tie the game. But I wouldn't want to do something where I also send forces up here, because that would split my force 3 ways. I'd rather just make 2 AOs around these 2 objectives and go from there. So, speaking of that, Charkia here is a very interesting town to defend, to say the least. You have these really nice defensive ridges up here with a lot of cover. You do have a little bit of a CQC hellhole in the middle, but it's just surrounded by slight ridges that you can easily put a large group to just defend around the town. And if, let's say, you're taking heavy fire from the northeast and you need to pull in, you can keep the force up here, and then anything guarding the flatland can then come in and form an internal level of security. But let's see, locked vehicles, unlocked if any, so we're about to see the UH-60, excuse me, UH-1, UH-60 is a Black Hawk. They have a Huey, though, which is a UH-1. So that's going to take off and start doing reconnaissance. But looking at Op4, they're actually doing a very aggressive plan here. Looks like they're trying to set up a defensive line right here to block the DRA forces from coming through the AO, and it looks like DRA have noticed, at least predicted something like this, so they are taking the path of least resistance on the northernmost side to, I guess, eventually regroup with the French forces. I do appreciate OPFOR's plan here with that, though, because if they can cut off the Special Forces group of Blue 4 and negate them from play early on, that is a major thorn that they don't have to worry about anymore. The only other major thorn at that point would be the 2 ATGM teams that the French forces have that can easily take out OPFOR's tank and APCs. But it looks like OPFOR is committing a big chunk of their force early on to holding this defensive line. That's a little worrisome, though, because if Blue 4 is quick on their mobilization here, they could be in a really great position to hit the ammo depot first off, and with so much of OPFOR out of position, Blue 4 could easily sweep in, take these 2 objectives, and then fold back to the military base before OPFOR can properly move their forces back. Let's take a look at commanders here. We have Settler commanding OPFOR's side with Pogo underscores as 2IC, and then we have Twig King and Skipu doing the same as primary commander and 2IC for Blue 4. I'm going to be honest, all 4 of those names we've seen in OFCRA before. They're very good individually, but commanding, I feel like I've seen Pogo underscore do it quite a bit. Settler as well, but not to the extent. And then Twig King, I think, as well. Skipu is the one I don't really recognize, but I feel like it has come up once or twice in the command role. So both of these sides should know what they're doing. And OPFOR is definitely taking a big risk here, but look at this. So you've got an OPFOR dismount over here. Blue 4 have dismounted back here for some reason. I gotta wonder what the point of this is. Maybe this is a good spot for them to dismount and then look up on the ridges to see if OPFOR's already set up defensive positions, or maybe on their left here. But then again, if OPFOR had defensive positions here, those vehicles would not have been able to get up to that position without being engaged. So it is safe to assume OPFOR does not have that area yet. So I gotta wonder why Blue 4 has chosen to stop here of all places. Gonna try to have a listen to their local comms here. I've seen 200 plus players in Arma 3 PvP only a handful of times, mainly on Russian servers, believe it or not. But those types of servers are the wild, wild west. I'm just happy that we're seeing 150 or so as a new staple. We'll just have to see how that goes. One of them's bleeding lightly. For what reason, I do not know. Also, I missed it. Willow, thanks for giving a sub to Corporal Void. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Uh-oh. Oh, it recovered. Guys, the prediction is over, so if the server crashes, it'll happen. You'll get a payout, but let's see if the server keeps it up. So we have OPFOR digging defensive positions back here. They're definitely looking on the routes here. I think those vehicles might be a little too far in the cover and concealment of both the tree trunks and the foliage. Respectively, cover and concealment. Cover stops bullets, concealment does not. Which I guess you could argue a tree trunk might be concealment, but that depends on the caliber you're using. So there is, again, a 2-minute delay today, and the main reason for that is OFCRA has quite a few new communities playing today and will continue to play for the next few months. So just as a risk of, new blood coming in, it makes it easier to find stream snipers on a delay. And while I don't always like streaming with a delay because I feel it does infringe on my direct interaction with you guys, a simple 2-minute delay for just that security's sake, I think is more than fair, because that is a genuine concern, because a stream sniper could ruin the one weekly event these guys do, which that's the major event at least. There's usually a bonus round, which I don't cover on Thursdays. I've covered a few though, and then they have Tuesday stuff, which is only with like a 20th to 10th of the player base, and it's just focused on squad v squad stuff. But anyway, today we will be doing this stream. I might stream some Deep Rock Galactic after, but I probably won't because I'll just use it as casual time to play with a few friends. Then we'll be doing the POG test op for the new campaign. Again, testing weaponry and custom kits. And then we might do TMTM or I might do DayZ. Haven't decided yet.
6.
Hey, GF.
Now.
Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this OFCRA scenario. And yes, Don, that is why I say Russian servers are usually the wild, wild west, because they do not police things such as stream sniping or other policies. So that's why I'm not really big on covering them, because I also don't want to be someone that creates problems. Because trust me, you don't want to be in that scenario where everyone just turns to you and blames you for everything. I've been there a few times. It's a pain in the ass, especially if you didn't do anything. But it's shit like that that leads to some really unfortunate consequences, and I don't want to deal with that shit again. But anyway, look at this nice battle line OPFOR has made. The tank appears to have actually stopped in Sharkia. And then OPFOR only has a defensive line. They've literally split their force 50-50 here and are really trying to commit to holding this line, which granted, they've got really good positions to do it, but Blue 4's already snuck through. And they parked their vehicles in a really good position to not be spotted by that hill, so Blue 4 at any time can just pull out, and OPFOR might not even have an opportunity to see him because there's still concealment over there. And by the time they get all the way to the left, I think that's outside of OPFOR's field of vision.
He said 400 at the same bearing. Think about it.
Pull out. Anyway, maybe up here, these guys will have the angle to see it, but
Yeah, if I said 4,000...
if they're too busy focusing on this entire angle right here, why would anyone be looking on the rear? I know I always like to stress 360 security, but let's be honest. If they want all eyes looking in this direction on a perceived threat that'll come from that angle, why would they look to their left? Oh, and I agree, they are skylining. Wait a second.
Ok, ok les gars. Mouvement, on repart.
So Blue 4 have set, so they know they're up there because they've seen them skylining, and they've actually set up these trenches, which is going to give them away, but that indicates that Blue 4 here wants to stay and fight. But, I mean, with those thick trenches up, you see them right there. Yeah, these guys are in too much defilade from this slight saddle here to see anything from this small, I guess I'll call it a hill. So they don't see that angle, but that's amazing.
Is it just me, or is there a fog for 1 kilometer range?
Yeah, there's about a fog for a 1 kilometer view distance from the looks of things. Otherwise, the rest of the AO, you've got a forward group here on this little hill. I remember being on this hill in another PvP event. This is not a fun spot to defend because it's a lot of openness. There's a lot of slanted slopes, but it doesn't give you enough cover to go prone on all angles. It only gives you a little bit, and you're pretty much pinned there until you get pushed and die. You got OPFOR over here looking in the northern direction. Some Blue 4 guys already looking. So Ziki is on Blue 4, Zixme is on OPFOR. Ziki, I would say, is the top player in OFCRA, though I haven't seen him do anything super significant over the past few weeks compared to his normal track record, but hey, we all have dry spells. And then Zixme, also known as Mr. Racist Against Poland, is over here on OPFOR, who is also a very good player.
Hlavně by spíš jako zajímalo, který blbec tady jako teďko jezdí po tom horizontu Southwest. Protože...
Make me useless channel rich. Wow, Devour. What is Friday looking like? Friday is going to be FNF EU, and then I'll probably be on the ground playing in a 40k op. And the reason for that is Vix is slightly concerned about my mental health. She runs the 40k unit I Zeus on, and she's a part of the integral process of how she knows how much time I spend on those campaigns, because making custom missions like that takes a while when you completely redo everything. So she wants me to skip this week to relax. And normally I would fight her on it, but I've been busy with other stuff, so, you know, it allows me to dump my time into other things.
Ta stara.
Umie się bronić. Ale Dawid tak cicho siedzi, więc... Nie wiem, czy mu morfin nie wstrzyknąć.
Ja siedzę i płaczę, że mnie tak
All right.
Zbieramy się.
So I think based off of their speech patterns, they're either going to move or they realize there's Blue 4 right next to them. Meanwhile, these guys have decided to pull around. And Op 4 is being told to abandon this position. So I'd imagine Op 4 spotted them going in that direction. So I think they're pulling back to their truck. But if that's the case, we should see all Op 4 players folding off this line, because if these guys folded away, there's no point in them being there. So we do have the helicopter coming in. So I think it's going to come in and try to get some additional reconnaissance there, but we'll have to see how that plays out. Sib, I'm going to be honest with you. I was having a similar issue of Arma ever since one of their latest updates was having a massive crash issue. I only had 2 RAM sticks of 16 gigabytes, and I was just having these massive memory leak issues that would eventually resolve to a crash. You know, when you turn around and the terrain's flashing. Ever since I put in 2 more RAM sticks, though, I brought it up to 32 gigs, I've been fine. But Arma, I mean, it is such a weird sandbox where it will affect people's tech differently. I've seen other issues with people memory leaking, and they've had to make single hardware upgrades or adjustments to just get rid of the issue, because there's just something either faulty in their software or faulty in their hardware that's causing these weird things to happen. But yeah, no, if anyone remembers, this was like 3 or 4 months ago, maybe even 5 or 6 actually, where we just kept having, it was during Vietnam, we kept having memory leak issues on Vietnam stuff. And ever since I made that upgrade, the issue pretty much dissipated. My laugh sounds suspicious. Ah, okay. I see how it is.
Viens sur moi.
Ouais.
All right, yeah. Now you're seeing Op 4 completely remounting in their VIX. They are trying to commit to eliminate this Blue 4 group. What the hell was that slide whistle?
Sending Go Team 6 now.
Willow, thanks for giving Sib a sub. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Planquez vos fesses.
Ouais, ils ont été marqués.
Planquez vos fesses, ça serait...
Ouais, ils ont été marqués. Ils ont toujours pas bougé.
Oh yeah, Op 4 is going to do a direct assault on the garrison here. They want to eliminate that special forces group. Which makes sense. If your if the enemy side starts divided, you want to keep them divided. If you can then push a massive amount of players and overwhelm one of those sides, it'll work out. But here's the deal. This is a small localized Blue 4 group. If they get ambushed and eliminated with minimal losses to Op 4, I think this would be a good call. But if Op 4 just dumps a lot of people into this area and the sides trade evenly, that's going to nullify the advantage that Op 4 would otherwise enjoy if they don't take any casualties in this fight. But my point of that is a difference in comparison. So if you commit maybe 1 or 2 squads to eliminate a special forces group consisting of up to a full squad, it's going to be easier to do that and coordinate it with only 1 or 2 of your own squads, rather than just literally rushing forces up like this. This appears to be 2 squads being rushed through, and my game just decided to eat itself. Okay. Wow. Well, that happened. You know, I need to stop talking about that memory. Like, that's another issue that would occasionally come up. And the last thing I heard was the sound of a truck driving. I don't know why, but I am prone to a bug in Arma 3 from time to time where my game just doesn't like the sounds that trucks in Arma 3, particularly RHS's trucks, but also their BMPs and T-72 model. I don't know why, it's always specifically the T-72 model. But when that thing makes a noise, sometimes it'll make a random screeching sound, and then my whole audio cuts out and the game crashes. So that's just... That's why I don't talk about crashes like that, because they're listening. Arma 3 is always freaking listening. Arma runs on magic. Yeah. Arma's a vindictive god. Let's go with that. Well, I hope I don't miss that firefight, but we might. So I do apologize, guys, but for tech issues like that, there's unfortunately nothing I can do. Regardless, I'm going to be quick as I can to get back into the server. So if you give me 1 second. I got to put that page up so I don't stream any passwords here. Let all the servers load, and then I find it in my massive list of places I play. There she is. And now I wait to actually get in the server because of sometimes it'll crash me out saying connecting failed, and then I have to completely redo everything. Though with like 150 plus players on, it might take a hot second to get through the first black screen. Ugh. Okay, it's actually taking a little longer than normal. I'm just going to lower it. Well, this is a shame. So yeah, life advice. If you are an Arma 3 streamer, do not talk about your game crashing because, yeah, it won't like you. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds. But this is not normal. It should have parsed me in by now. So I'm going to hit the escape button and then try to get in. Yeah, we're totally going to miss that firefight. I apologize, guys. I'm just literally waiting on the black screen here. Yeah, my chat's okay. Sound hack, how to kill Liru. Yeah, right? How to defeat the Zeus. Just make them play music, or use copyrighted music if they're streaming, or just use a random sound file from an Arma 3 vehicle. There's like a 50-50. Yeah, I think I did jinx myself here, because now I'm stuck in an infinite loading screen on the server. That is unfortunate. It's really unfortunate, actually. I've never... Actually, when's the last time I crashed out of an OFCRA event? There we go. My God.
Hey, man. Just wanted to know, do you know what to do if your game crashed?
Come back in and retake your slot, because when you crash, an AI should take your player unit, and as long as that AI is still alive, you should be let back in.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
What's up? Oh, yeah, cool.
Yep. Good luck. It's about to parse me back in.
Thanks.
No, Devour, you don't get partially paid out if I crash and the server doesn't, you freaking goober. Yeah, as you can see, 150 people on the server makes for one hell of a load-in. I mean, this is a brand new setup with all the bells and whistles. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and have a look. This has completely evolved here. So Op4 rushed in. Their truck got blown up. Some Blue 4 commandos were on the outside. They got taken out. Blue 4 is rushing additional forces in here. Bob Winchester just blew up that truck and got shot. Oh dear. Okay, so we just had Blue 4 completely dismount out of that vehicle. Blue 4 still holding this position right here. Op 4 is coming in from a different direction. More Blue 4 reinforcements on this ridge are starting to crawl down as well. So Op 4 was not able to fully come in and sweep this Blue 4 garrison. Now Blue 4 reinforcements are coming in, and now Blue 4 is outnumbering the Op 4 forces here. But we also have Op 4 vehicles driving around over here. And they're about to run into more Blue 4 elements on the side. So Op 4 is completely out of position. Now Blue 4 might actually defeat Op 4 elements in detail here, now that Blue 4 have a number advantage in this localized firefight. Nanner, thanks for the 3-man raid. What game were you playing, buddy? Just please pardon the 2-minute delay. All right, so we got Ivno hiding behind This rock right here, he has an LMG. That is a 200-round box. He could work wonders in this position. He decides to throw a grenade. Blue 4 are not committing any forward on this position. Takes a little bit of damage, but now we're seeing a little bit of a blue on blue here. As, well, Blue 4 decide to start shooting each other. So this is not good. There's a massive miscoordination here as two Blue 4 elements engage each other. And Op 4, meanwhile, moves back to sandwiching this Blue 4 position. We have Demovar run up only to get shot and knocked unconscious, quite possibly by Daedalus, holding this position with the LMG. See some single shots raining out here. Demovar, I think, just went through the uncon animation again. He woke up, immediately be tapped again. Now it looks like Blue 4 are realizing they're getting engaged by each... Nope, they're still shooting at each other as well. Op 4, meanwhile, Kato coming up on this position, just took a hit as he is trying to fire on Blue 4 elements over here. Blue 4, I'm giving luck to players saying it's rigged now because of that caster cursing ability. Is that what you're saying? I love it. So a lot has changed here. Op 4, meanwhile, wow, have just rushed up to this position and taken out most of the Blue 4 defenders. You only got Black up here with this AT4 out, that vehicle marauding around. Let's see if Black can take the shot here. A little bit, it's not lag per se, it's desync. We got a grenade that just flew over. Oh, oh! I'm not going to commentate that. I have no idea how to explain what just happened there. But otherwise, that vehicle exploded. And that's all you need to know is that happened. Anyway, how's he doing? Well, I don't think he's doing well. Anyway, let's go ahead and look back over at the action over here. Looks like a Blue 4 group was entirely annihilated back there by Op 4, but now we're having this fight, but a tank just fired overhead. But did that tank just fire at Op 4 elements? It is firing at Op 4. So red on red now being done. Their own tank is shooting at their own infantry. Blue 4, I think, corrected their Blue 4 PID issue here. But this area has just, because there's so many different elements operating in so many different areas, there's just a massive miss-PID issue. As we have Barros now firing at Masquerade, a little bit of action in this original town as the Special Forces group continues to try to hold for QRF to get to them. But with that tank now in play, I'm not sure if Blue 4 will have the ability to take it out. Meanwhile, we have some Blue 4 elements running up on their own, trying to take this hill. Some flanking forces coming around. Solman's trying to engage. Ivno getting dropped by Pete in this really, really jittery PvP here. My God. And I just heard Pete get shot. I think he was just dropped by his own guys, because the only people around here that could have hit him are Blue 4. So, still some massive PID issues. We have some Op 4 now pulling around, flanking the Blue 4 defensive line right here as they try to hold and engage from their attack from the east. And we got more Blue 4 Command coming over here. Now it is Blue 4 Command. That's Twig King and Skipu coming up. Actually, no, just Twig King. So Blue 4 Command on the field here, I guess trying to rally his guys so they stop shooting each other and to save their Special Forces guys, which are down to 5 up, 1 down. But this tank all the way over here is going to be a pretty big issue. Looking at the roster here, the original deaths, the part of the DRA team is dead. We've got some other deaths over in Delta. We got the Marksman group up there is dead. Meanwhile, Op 4 have taken a few casualties in November and Oscar. But otherwise, seems to be slightly more casualties on the Blue 4 end for now. We'll see if that continues on. All right, more shots being seen. That might have been red on red, though, over at these positions, because I believe the smoke is still covering that Blue 4 element. So it is messy here, to say the least, as Blue 4 are committing even more forces. But this really feels like it's just group on group getting chucked in here with not really any regard for coordination, because now you got Gulf flanking around on their own, pulling their support over here, as this Op 4 group has now been forced to set up a blocking position, which is going to stop India from getting in and relieving this force. So there's just massive misplays in communication on a lot of ends here, and it is playing into Op 4's favor. You got some smoke being popped over here. I can only imagine it is because they are taking fire from other positions over here. No, there's more red on red!
220 ode.
Interesting. Did they get him? Yeah, he's dead. All right. That means Dowdox has a -1. Yes, he does. So there's just a lot of misplaying everywhere. We got Juliet for Blue 4 now coming in to reinforce. More meat for the grinder at this point. Lemur trying to come up. NASA Hillary Clinton's him. Multiple gunshots to the back of the head. It is unfortunate that Lemur committed suicide. Roy DeCamper goes around. That's a really well-thrown grenade. Yeah, I think the grenade just went off and killed everybody. There it is. Anyway. Friendly fire wins. I've seen some pretty nasty friendly fire incidents on this server. Enough to actually throw the match? Debatable, but not guaranteed. And I think Blue 4 ground command just got sniped. Yes, he did. He's dead now. So that was Zixme getting that kill. Blue 4 still over here. You got Lima coming around to go hit Echo. The tank crew has pulled back, and these guys are setting up a defensive line over here. Ah, yes, the long-range support. We're not going to go in and save you. We're going to give you support from afar. It's like air support, but without any actual ordnance. Isn't that great? Regardless, we still have this nasty CQC fighting of these original two groups. OFCRA starting to move in as well now that they've taken out India and Blue 4 Command. And now, I mean, just looking at everything, looking at the full buildup of forces, you got some isolated groups over here, but Blue 4 committed a lot of manpower over here, but are still managing to be defeated in detail. But the friendly fire on both sides has just been a pretty big mess, and it's been causing both sides to really slow down. But it's made out worse for Blue 4 compared to OFCRA. Now you got these open guys in the field as OFCRA Lima has come up because Gulf move positions. So now you got Lima in the best position here to fire on people, and one of them just got taken out. Bunch of swords, got a sub from Willow. Thank you to you both. I hope you both enjoy the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. A second member of this Blue 4 group taken out. And now you got these guys. I don't know if they're turning and engaging or what, but this is just working out in OFCRA every step of the way. I'm wondering if that tank's going to come around and assist, or if it's just going to pull rear security, which at this point might as hell work out, because at least OFCRA knows they have a tank, right? They wouldn't blue on blue their own tank, right? Right? Actually, I've seen that happen before in OFCRA. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I didn't cast or curse it. Don't do it. It's bad. Flip for Flap just got ninja'd as PC Principal came in and committed murder. Anyway, I think that is... Nope, there are still two more Blue 4 Special Forces guys up here. They are doing their best to hold this last position, but most of, if not all of the DSA guys are pretty much dead. DRA-10. My bad. I said DSA. There's an R, not an S. All right, OFCRA's continuing to sweep and clear this building. The other group has entered. This group on the ridge is engaging the groups down here. Gulf is in a unique position to turn around and flank, but they are instead holding their defensive positions. I guess not realizing there are enemy forces over here. That would actually be in line with that force, so we'll see if they turn and engage, because this would set up for a beautiful flank. But again, I don't think Blue 4 is doing the proper coordination here, so it's a little bit messy. All right, we have Ezio breaching the building. Render distance just got changed to 2 kilometers. Fleesh is
in the building. The building. Up here. Upstairs. Upstairs, upstairs. Enemies upstairs. That's right.
Yes.
Clement. No, Clement's dead. They're dead. They're dead. They're all dead. All dead. All dead. Stop shooting.
What the hell did I just watch? What the hell was that? What is going on? How are you supposed to react? Ah, that was funny. All right, well, This is why I'm in this thing called the spectator interface. Anyway, Blue 4 have set up a defensive position out here. Looks like they're trying to engage with OFCRA. OFCRA, meanwhile, have mounted up in a disabled Dishka car and are firing across this little bay area here. Blue 4, meanwhile, mounting up. It looks like this squad might try to come around to hit the ammo depot. Ammo depot has a small garrison, but they do have one of their 113s out here with that 50 cal playing defense. Otherwise, OFCRA just realized still have their UH-1Y. It's just hovering. It's literally just on auto hover right now. Just having a time. And otherwise, we have a vehicle coming in. It is a random sedan with 4 dudes. And it's just going to probably drive right into town. Excellent. I'm sure OFCRA knows that this is friendly and nothing bad will happen. See, I can't intentionally cast or curse them. It never works out. That's how I know my powers are genuine. I can't use them on purpose, otherwise it doesn't happen. Alright, so now we got Blue 4 and OFCRA firing back at each other. Blue 4 trying to push this position. Meanwhile, we have a 50 cal firing up on that ridge. Looks like Golf finally turned and engaged. Most of Lima appears to be dead. No, they've just simply remounted into this truck, so it might be that 50 cal is firing up at Golf's position because, again, they are miscommunicating. Oh dear, you are seeing people getting dropped on both sides here. Pro Hunter gets knocked unconscious. Sam knocked unconscious. We see a grenade thrown in the open here. Some suppressive fire coming out. That grenade goes off, killing the unconscious guy. Solomon getting shot as well. Sam still managing to stay alive, but only a few Blue 4 guys pushing in, and they're being quickly repulsed by the desinking defenders. So this OFCRA group's pretty much cut off. I want to look up here. Golf is running right into Lima's position as Lima starts popping smokes up in that direction. Is that going to go boom? Yes, Kajonovic decides to touch the dirt and almost gets redded on red by Kerrigan White. So Blue 4 now might push this position. OFCRA, I think, was trying to mount up in the truck and leave, but then dismounted it, and now it might be a little too late. Meanwhile, Blue 4 still pushing into this town. You got Gene Cope and Bay Potato pushing up, but they have a lot of OFCRA defenders that are not going to push and turn and engage. We just saw another OFCRA guy, though, get dropped by Gene Coop up on the second story in that little murder house there. AT coming in on this building, trying to knock it down. More AT heard. That might have been Blue 4 trying to destroy the truck, and that is exactly what happened, cutting off OFCRA's escape. They have no choice but to run down an open hillside with Blue 4 on a ridge to cover and basically shoot them in the back as they try to escape. Now you got Solak here pushing up. And he is immediately taken out by Combs, I believe. Or someone on the flank, but a lot of AAF bodies stacking up right here. You got Jadana down as well. Kajonovic up here holding out on his own as Golf for Blue 4 starts trying to push this position. But here comes the tank. I'm going to be honest, the tank could actually be up on the ridge right here, use this area as cover and shoot at the Blue 4 buildup of forces up here. But looks like other than Gene Cup, OFCRA was mostly wiped right here, and OFCRA is now pushing out. Excuse me, Blue 4 is mostly wiped right there. And OFCRA is now going to try to push and engage these remaining garrisons. Looking at the rest of the map here, you still have this OFCRA hard position up here. They've been taking some shots, though. They have a wounded guy pulled back. Blue 4, meanwhile, has been maneuvering around, though. It looks like they took some heavy casualties right here. And it's just down to Wolfman right there. Probably one of the ATGM teams that OFCRA needs to look at eliminating so their tank can continue to operate with no repercussions. Otherwise, Blue 4 have done a far dismount over here, I guess, eyeing the ammo depot. And otherwise, oh, nope, here comes the tank. It's a stealth tank, though. I don't hear it. I hear it now. Albert Q turns around, might have just noticed there's a tank, but Vexen gets his head blown off, and the tank spots Albert Q and takes him out. And now the tank is going to assault from the rear. Assaulting from the rear, I would say, is a very, very good position to be in. You basically get the jump on the enemy. They have to try to turn around, but at that point, they're practically already bent over, and, well, at that point, you're about to see what happens. Rudy's doing a deer in the headlights look of, oh, that's a tank. Pingus is trying to run. We got MFL with an AT4 trying to line up a shot on that T-72. But that was pretty much a Brooklyn drive-by, and the tank is now steaming off. It knocked multiple people unconscious, and I think it actually bought enough time for some of OPFOR to pull out of this position. So this is going to just turn into a draw up here as both sides have taken pretty heavy casualties. Meanwhile, down here, I think... Honestly, I was going to say Blue 4 might have a slight number advantage here, but looking at the elements here, I think they still do. OPFOR have quite a few people knocked out in this area. But Blue 4, I mean, they have an overwatching element and another element trying to assault from a different angle, and then another overwatching element back there, so it's really tough to call out what's going on. But regardless, some more red on red as we have a reservist for OPFOR now coming in. It's Major Khan. Major Khan is, now he's shooting at Blue 4. We just had another Blue 4 guy get knocked out up here. That was Petrosky, either knocked out by the tank or that reservist there. Then we have Pingus. He's trying to bandage Alberq. But we just have a lot of forces down up here. So maybe Kajonovic can come up and sweep the rest of them. Meanwhile, right here, you have Gene Coop covering his building here with his light machine gun. Just got a kill and double tap on one of OPFOR's members. And Robert just staying prone down here. Looks like he's bandaging as OPFOR's original force that pushed in here is down only to about a little above a team-sized element at this point. Meanwhile, he's still, Blue 4 guys actually pulled back from that position. They were originally up here. Don't know what caused them to pull back there. You still have an OPFOR group all the way over in Alicampost, excuse me. And OPFOR actually moving to remount from their defensive line here. Might be ordered to go on the offensive. But now you got the tank still suppressing that Blue 4 Gulf unit. Slowly taking people out. Kajonovic has to be careful, though, because there's been some massive PID issues all of today. And OPFOR's even sending forces back to reposition. He's got to be careful holding that AT stick because the tank might miss PID him and go for him. We just saw some AT fired over at Pingus's position, knocking out some of his cover. And it looks like he got wounded by that, too. We see some blood by his body. His feet are hit a bit. Really, Liru? Corporal. Rear assaults. It's just how it works, man. I mean, you got flanks, and then you have attacks from the rear. You never know how it might go. Attack from the back. Hey! There you go. So NASA's still trying to hold his guys right here, but now he's got a pretty massive Blue 4 group in comparison, pushing his position now that everything's going off of Overwatch and starting to go in. So we might get a few licks in right here as they travel through open areas, but we'll just have to see how that all plays out. And then this force was kind of staying right here. They're finally starting to flank around. Though you do have Cheeseburger all the way over here looting some of the stuff here as well, but not in a position to cover that rear. Looking at the remainder of OPFOR's forces, though, it's clear that there's a large buildup of them around right here. But looking at the skull counts... I mean, OPFOR has taken quite a beating, but so has Blue 4. I'd argue the number counts are still pretty similar, though. It's just we have some elements that are completely out of the AO here, and that is why we still have OPFOR in the game, because despite the fact there's actually less forces in the AO, they still have a lot of forces on reserve. So meanwhile, this tank has taken 3 kills and a vehicle kill, as they are helping to clean up this area. Kajonovic is dead. Not sure if that was the tank killing him and possibly getting a -1, because I could have sworn. No, he is not dead. He was actually able to pull back and get to his friendly forces. Excellent. So more dudes died down here. 3 bodies. Oh, that sucks. Otherwise, I think Blue 4 is going to win this fight. Probably take a few more casualties, though. But OPFOR can, you know, pull 3 different groups on reserve here. And we're at the 53-minute mark with an 8-minute save start. So at the hour 8 mark, those other 2 objectives get cashed in. And I don't think Blue 4 is in any proper position to assault this area here. We got MFL right here with AT. I guess the AT didn't do anything. So we might have just missed the shot outright. I did hear the launch sound, though. You might have seen a dick-shaped trench by the ammo depot, in which case I would tell you, again, assaulting from the rear. Anyway, NASA gets knocked out by Gene, who's honestly just running a one-man army fight here on 4 kills. Trying his best to not only stay alive, but eliminate who he can. And then you've got Cheeseburger trying to come around over here as well. So OFCRA just haven't been in the best positions to stop a lot of the blue 4 elements coming in, and being unsupported, I mean, it's getting messy. We might see the tank turn around, get on a ridge, and start shelling blue 4 from the rear. Another one. But at this point, I think OFCRA is pretty much screwed. NASA woke back up only to get knocked out again, his body partially in the rocks over here. We have a single player. It's Wolfman. He's on 2 kills, by the way. And he has just been up here picking people off. OFCRA's only down to 4 people up here. They had a full squad. And you can see, you know, some of the bodies, some of the bandaging, just various positions of where they have been and where they've died as Wolfman runs his one-man war. So I want to see... Oh, no, Cheeseburger's just getting the hell out of Dodge at this point. He's not going to turn and try to flank. He's hanging everyone else out to dry. So we'll see if these elements come in and assist, but they might just be caught on rear guard duty. Meanwhile, Blue 4 moving their 2 vehicles over. This kind of shows me that Blue 4 is really just committing to the kills, not the objectives. And at this point, Blue 4 is going to be fighting to tie at the capture zone for the last 30 minutes, and OFCRA is just going to also just be fighting for the win at this point because they're going to default on the 2 other objectives. Unless we see something change. But the tank now might be getting ordered to go on an overwatch position on the other 2 AOs where it could be better fielded, trying to save OFCRA over here. But look at OFCRA now. You got November with one of Blue 4's Vics. This is Sam driving out with the up-armored SUV. Uh-oh.
Nice shot, whoever that was.
Unfortunately, that's damaged me.
It doesn't matter. It's not unfortunate at all. It's fine. Good job, Garrett. Good job, Garrett.
That was me, you bellend. Yeah, well, thanks, boss, because I was right behind you and I've been damaged.
That's fine. It's literally fine. Let's push. Right, blue, green, we've just engaged. Blue, hold your position.
Backblast is no joke, okay? Now, in that situation, I do agree with what White Foss did. He could have done an indication telling his guys to clear his backblast, but in a PvP situation where he literally made that shot last second and got the kill, in that scenario, it's fine. Wow, Salvi. Wow. I didn't say that specifically, sir. Archer, I think, just killed Gene. No, he killed another guy. Where's Gene? Where is Apple Bottom Gene? That might have been Gene then. Actually, yeah, because of the LMG. Damn it! Oh, well. Archer now going to play defense. Now, this building's already taken significant damage from grenades, so if more grenades get thrown up here, it might just blow up the entire building. Nope, there's Gene. Okay, I don't know who that other guy was then. Isn't lone wolfing illegal in OFCRA? Yes. If you are intentionally running off from your group and doing stuff, it's illegal. Now, if everyone in your squad dies, and you're, like, forced to be a lone wolf because of that, that's a gray area. In which case, usually it's fine. Now, did someone just die? Uh-oh. That's a grenade! Mika's about to lose his balls. And Ross also just lost his life. Wow! No, that's Ross. I don't know who that guy was, but he's dead. Anyway, if a few more grenades go off in this building, I think Archer's going to get just blown out of the building by default. But anyway, Baku and Gene running around. Shay on the rear. He was unconscious. He's now walking out. Zixme also running out. So some OPFOR guys pulling back, some staying in and offering some pretty heavy resistance here. We just heard some explosives go off. Why? Oh, it's Zixme. Yes, so Zixme has a very big political agenda. So I think that's why we just saw that charge go off on the church. God damn it, Zixme. Who else but Zixme? It's an Overwatch 2 position. Shut up, Salvi. Yeah. All right, Blue 4 is now assaulting the burger joint. I don't see anyone named Ramirez, though. But it looks like Archer is now going to thin them out. think Archer's out of grenades, otherwise it would have been a great place to throw said grenade.
Going in top story here?
Hello, friendlies in Cherno?
Or, staring upstairs.
Uh-oh, that grenade actually got eaten by the body, mostly. Oh, Archer pulled away at the worst possible time. And there goes Archer. NASA, meanwhile, is over here. Trying to kill Cable. Only to then trade with Michael. Holy shit. All right, NASA goes to hell, and Michael is, wow.
Oh, hello, mate. Can you see me?
So NASA gets sent to hell, and Michael has managed to perfectly... You know the water bottle flip challenge? He's perfectly lined up his AT stick. Oh my god. That's awesome. All right, 8 minutes to go for the 2-hour-long objectives. We might see OPFOR either do a rush or just go and concede those 2 parts. Excuse me, Blue 4 do the rush, or OPFOR just... I don't even know what OPFOR's plan is anymore. We've got another force over here. What? Why is this group getting out? I guess maybe... I don't know. That's weird. How's Wolfman? He's on a 3rd kill now as he continues his one-man fight. And there's only 3 OPFOR guys left up in that corner. That's funny. All right, Baku's coming up to try to... Oh, God. It appears NASA's body has left a bit of a hole when he was dragged to hell. And Baku is trying to investigate. I don't know what NASA did. He's my liaison to these other events. Baku is definitely inspecting this here. And there's NASA's body, causing a water glitch that's just constantly clipping to make this geyser effect. When you don't get any action for 2 months and someone finally brushes up against your crotch. All right, Blue 4 has taken this area. OPFOR is down to 3 guys. They might try to reposition. They do have a working transport truck, but they might not want to risk it getting AT'd because it'll attract attention. OPFOR, meanwhile, they're also pulling that 3-man team out of that hill. We might see some forces just move over to try to start setting up on the military positions, because at this point, there's no reason for OPFOR to stay on the other 2 objectives. They just go over and take the military base and hold it. I don't get why there's a massive garrison up here. Maybe because they're trying to flank behind Blue 4's alleged line. But I don't know. Got a 113 now coming up to this town. There's been so much fighting in this town. There have been so many deaths in this area. Meanwhile, the objectives are literally like 3 kilometers away. It's just been this one town that everyone decided this is the hill we're all dying on. Because of course they are. My god. And they're just going to drive right into the Kazavak AT. Oh. What the hell? Someone just got blown up over here. There's an LR backpack over here as well. And I got OPFOR firing at, dudes up here. Kira just got knocked out. And these are the ATGM guys. I mean, they should be the ones hunting for the damn tank. Meanwhile, Gazag is providing deep reconnaissance. OPFOR's now engaging. How do you feel about this, sir? There's bad guys right next to you. You good? Give me a blink if you're... Okay. Did you just lick your fucking lips? Man, Arma is full of weirdos. Anyway, Dark Pikachu got us up from Stonewillow. Thank you so much to you both. I hope you both keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Ooh. GL's hitting this vehicle. Immediately, the driver gets out. And Depso doesn't give a crap that his vehicle just got AT'd. Now you hear the tank firing from this ridge. Its MG rounds are super short. More AT goes up into that 113. And then you got some OPFOR guys, I guess, rushing back maybe to hold the ammo depot. First 2 rounds will get cashed in 4 minutes. It's going to be 4 points to OPFOR because Blue 4 have just been not really focusing on the objectives at all. And I don't get why we have this massive OPFOR group back here. It's an HMG crew. Looks like there isn't a Vic here, so I guess the Huey ran out of spots for him, but at the same time, why is it all the way over here now? It's towing a Vic. Ah, so I guess they're towing Vics up here because maybe... How did the HMG team get all the way up here then if there's a car? I am so confused with the placement here. I appreciate the air tow of the Vic to give that other group transport, but there's just so many dudes out of position. Meanwhile, we have a 3-on-2 right here. Warlord versus Depso, Tymek... excuse me, Depso, Adamek, and Malgren. Depso yelling profanities at him. And I think the tank, it's landing shots close to OPFOR elements there, so possibly some more red on red, or the weapon just simply misranged. Nope, they're firing it closer now. Depso might come around for the flank here. Here it comes. Beautiful flank play. Absolutely beautiful. And now Blue Force trying to break out through this northern side. Unfortunately, there is a reservist among us. And you still have Gazag up here. The man, the myth, the ninja legend. As OPFOR is just flanking around on the right side, that's going to create an opening for Blue 4 to pull away, but there might be one man that has something to say about that. He's also picked up a Blue 4 gun, because OPFOR have G36Ks, Blue 4 have these SPAR 16s, so that might confuse weapon ID and allow him to get a few kills early on without being noticed. Depso continuing to push up. GL overranged. Special Forces now firing at the garrison in here. I think they just dropped somebody. Yep. Firing back at Depso's previous position. Blue 4 moving up on this area. Major Khan in a spot to cut off the retreat. Blue 4 moving over to the military base. OPFOR has repositioned a force to hold the ammo depot position. And we are just 2 minutes away from the first objectives being cashed out. Remember to hydrate. Major Khan firing on the rear of this group, knocking out Mikesy. Oh, I think these two hurt him. The Furries Are Us group are now moving in. For the record, they're not that, but I make jokes about that. Major Ka, be careful! You're about to be pounced! Da-dun. Da-dun. Dun 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 dun. Sneak 100. Sneak 200. Ah, you see, if you have an AT4 on your back, it makes you 20 times stealthier. And there's the first objectives being cashed at the 108 mark. Oh no, Baku looped around! Still hasn't noticed Major Khan yet. There we go. Baku just killed Osama bin Laden. Excellent. And we just saw a vehicle get blown up over here. Anyway, Op4 won both of those objectives. This vehicle exploded. Wolfman is the only survivor. Still on 3 kills. What a Chad. Blue for now trying to push that position, and they've taken a significant amount of casualties. Magicosaurus trying to push up ahead, but a grenade is near him. Yep, right up Main Street, and he is knocked out. Again, a lot of fighting over the town of Calithia for no reason. It's just, literally, this has been a tale of one group is in here, so the other faction must assault it. Oh no, our group in there is being assaulted. Better reinforce it. Attacking faction. Oh no, our first wave is being attacked. Better send in another squad. Defenders. Oh no, our new wave is being attacked. Let's send in guys from a different angle. Literally, this is like the 4th generation and 5th generation. No, it's the 3rd generation and 4th generation of units in this AO that have been fighting. And at this point, I think the 1st and 2nd gens have been completely... Actually, no, that's a lie, because the 2nd generation, that was the Special Forces guys, Cheeseburger, Shay, and Adam. Actually, I think it's just Cheeseburger and Shay. They're still alive. We're down to the 3rd versus 4th generation here. Enemies so close they can smell each other. Exactly. CQC Scandy Bush. Trademarked by Nemesis up there. So now you have the UH-60 flying around and bombarding the military position here. You got this tower placed up here. But Op4 still has their tank. So I'd imagine, and a 50 cal that can tread into that building. So I'd imagine the tank is just going to push up and blow that tower up, in all honesty. So I would say Op4 have the number advantage right now. Blue 4 have the final objective, though. Blue 4 are going to desperately fight for a tie. And Op4 are probably just going to steamroll by the end of the mission. But at this point, this is Op4's game to lose. They have the number advantage. They have the point advantage. There's just a little bit of disorganized chaos, but they have both their ground command and 2 ICs still alive. All of Blue 4 command is dead, which is why there's a miscommunication and miscoordination, even though I think they already had some of that from the get-go. And you got Depso just rocking it up here in another flanking attack. Wait, did that say 9 kills? Oh my fucking god, Depso. Sir. Joe Ross has now showed up with a staggering -1 in his kill feed. All right, Joe, can you turn it around? Wolfman, though, he's got 3 kills. He could come in and do something. Adamek now under fire. Joe has a suppressor, but he doesn't have a truck anymore. Depso still trying to hunt Ivan.
Okay.
What?
Hold on. Who is you, man? How are you not dead? What the
I don't know.
Okay, I guess I'm going to leave you. Sorry, man. I guess have fun, Mr. Zombie. Bye. Like, what?
Hello.
What?
Yeah, I speak. Can you drop your weapon, please? We're gonna arrest you. Okay, hold on.
Is Joe gonna save him? Or is Joe gonna shoot his friendly? It's 50-50 what might happen.
I guess you're gonna be a prisoner then.
Okay.
If we cannot kill you, then we will have to. Alright, let's go.
God damn it, Depso. Can we get an F in chat for Ivan in here? The man has survived so much. Oh, Joe's all the way back here. I thought he was in the other building. Depso, no! The man got a 10th kill! Jesus Christ, Depso! Chill!
Mam weapon cook-off.
Ah, weapon cook-off, because the weapons are overheating. Yep, so... Okay.
No to chyba rekord właśnie zrobił.
Well, Guys, the real fight was in Calithia all the time, it turns out. And OFCRA have won that, so I think OFCRA is going to win the rest of the mission. I mean, there just really isn't any other way to put it. Any other way to put it. I've been just chilling. And then you still have this garrison right here. I wonder if the helicopter... I also like the custom placement of stuff over here for cover. Little rocks and trees. It actually blends in quite well to the map. The only thing that doesn't is the miscolored trees right here, because you don't see this color anywhere on Altis. On Fauna, but still pretty cool. Where's the tank? The tank just needs to get up on this hill and just start shelling that tower. Literally, you have the helicopter circling around this thing like a damn shark. Looks like Blue 4 tried to use AT on it and missed. They have another AT stick here that they tried. Oh my god. Hold on. Back to the interrogation.
This is zombie, I guess. Yeah. Wait, let me try, What? Patrz na damy, patrz. How are you alive?
Bruh.
You don't have a head!
Okay, fuck it, I'm going to use your
See, it's weird because he is showing that he's bleeding. He is showing damage. I think there's just something wrong with his hitbox. That's crazy. I do appreciate, though, that he didn't abuse it. He surrendered because he should be dead. And I think he realized that. He's like, why am I not dead? So he surrenders instead. That's good sportsmanship, at least. So I do appreciate that. Oh, hey, look, the helicopter went down. They actually shot the engine out of the helicopter. I'm sure it'll be fine, though. You know, maybe I was wrong there. There's a 2-minute delay. Oh, the tank! The tank's shooting! Yes! Do it again. Oh! It's over there. Go tank, go tank, go tank, go tank, go tank, go tank, go! Oh! Let's play who's gonna get killed first. Alright, so Alvin's knocked unconscious up there. I think that round kind of missed. Oh, man. Here's the deal. We have like 11 minutes left. OFCRA needs to double down and move over to this position, which we see some forces doing. You also got Wolfman finally coming over. I guess Ivan finally died. No, we lost connection and disconnected. Ah, damn. Meanwhile, Rigel is, oh, he's having a bonfire. He's got some marshmallows. You know, he's just enjoying himself. And Blue 4 now have to get off this area because the tank keeps shooting at it. So this is where our last focus is. Or it's going to be Wolfman. Wolfman has realized the real fight is at Calithia. Will Wolfman kill the remaining defenders? Or will the remaining defenders abandon this position? Leaving the 6th wave of infantry. One man, one myth, one legend to come in here and take the real AO in this scenario. Ah, yes, you see, I am an OFCRA squad. I am also an OFCRA squad. Hey, there's movement over on that hill. Is there? Okay, let's shoot at them. Is that all the way over here? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh no. Wolfman's got 3 targets. Oh wait, no, just 2. About to be 5. Wow. That was actually a great takedown. Yeah, I'm sure the helicopter was fine. Don't worry about it. It's not like I don't cast or curse people for a living, apparently. I'm scared. This man has been given a suppressor. Man, now right repositioning. This is the real fight right here, because OFCRA still haven't pushed into the final zone. Again, for the real AO here. Oh, they finally got to set up their 50 cal. Now they're using it to fire into that tower. I think these 3 are just going to mount up in their vehicle and leave because there's no point in them being here. Leaving Wolfman as the sole winner of the Calithia AO. Calithia, my bad. So congratulations to Wolfman. It was a hard-fought battle. Literally, like, half the player base died, if not 3/4, in this damn town. Good golly gee willikers. I saw Ivan get disconnected. I think his internet crashed or something. But yeah, no, his body's still back there, though. Oh, that's hilarious. Congratulations, Wolfman. You won. The real fight. The real prize. Now, here's the deal. I think I lied to you earlier. I said there's 8 minutes left. That was incorrect. There was 18 minutes left. No, there was 20 minutes left. We're at the 21 mark right here. It needs to catch up to 38, and then the round will officially end. So you got Ziki and Ilbanek up here on their own little adventure. With Dawodox, Popsy, and Opera around here. But now we need to see OFCRA just swarm the final capture point. Maybe, just maybe, Wolfman will be able to find a vehicle and get into the final zone too. We'll just have to see how it plays out. One second. I hear some distant gunfire, I think. Got the tank engaging? Yes, it is. Ah, they're blowing the tower up. Hey, chat. Where's the tower? I'm asking for a friend. Oh, looks like Ilbanek and Ziki found people and have eliminated them. So that was Ilbanek on point. Popsy, Dawodox, and that third guy, I think it was Opera, is Opera's dead. But Dawodox is about to be. And that just leaves Popsy. Again, I mean, I guess this is the closest we've seen PvP to an actual sector here, other than these guys are directly on top. And hold on, OFCRA is doing a policing action. They are charging right in. Hell yeah. Shut up, Devour. No horny. Unless it's from the rear. Anyway, OFCRA dismounting, I think. At this point, they should be dismounting. I guess not. I guess they're in a holding position now, waiting for backup. But it appears that backup is shooting at other backup. Depso, you already have 10 kills. Sir, please. Ah, yes, more red on red. There's a lot of shooting, too. Meanwhile, Blue 4 is just napping. All right. Roland and Callie came down. Ilbanek and Ziki are shooting at him. Wolfman found a Vic. He's coming in. We'll see how this final fight goes down. Grenades being thrown into the compound. I think Depso just came in and got absolutely annihilated. Yep. So he was finally taken down. The man's 10 kills are over. So, fun fact, if you need to throw grenades in this building, throw them through these small little windows up here. Were they just shooting up with their own HMG team? I think OFCRA is just really confused and not realizing there's multiple OFCRA groups shooting at each other right now, because he, I think, just died to his own dudes. This is great. Grenade! The other guy just rushed in there and died. Got some defenders here down. That's creating a hole.
Ah, no me quedan granadas.
Oh, recargar.
Oh, espera, eso no es.
Adam's just staring back at him.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Oh my god, just OFCRA's completely trigger happy. The fight in Calithia was not enough. They need more. They need more. Wow, so Ilvanek has managed to kill more people up here, and that's pulling the OFCRA ground command to come into that position and investigate. You know, if OFCRA didn't just murder each other, they might have had the numbers to just charge in here like Russian conscripts and make a bigger dent. Oh! Well, that serves you right, sir. You shouldn't have had your gun on. Oh. Bruh. Less talk and more shooting. Well, fatal funnels are only fatal until...
Apparently, the only infantry remaining inside the area is inside the big one.
They're getting grenades in through here. And more OFCRA reinforcements are coming in. But we got Wolfman. Wolfman has managed to knock himself out. Never mind, Wolfman is down, and he probably hasn't woken up yet. All right, well, Wolfman, being the last survivor, discovers that the Altisian fauna are probably the worst of everything. Fluffer's probably got him, to be honest. Angel's learning the meaning of grenades and why they suck.
Oh, no, grenade!
Grenade! You know, when your teammate yells grenade, 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 you should probably react to it. You know, grenade, granada, boom, boom hand, you know? Don't worry, Wolf is on his way. He'll get there eventually. Just like all the dragons and armies and shit in, what? Game of Thrones? I'm sure they're on their way. Looking over here. Wow, they managed to take out the tank. I didn't even realize that. All right, so just the tank decided to go over there and get blown up. That's cute. Why, Zixme? Is Adamek Polish too? Because you seem to really hate Polish people. Oh, you fight in the city for the whole hour and then he comes in and blue on blues you? Yeah, I was wondering why he has -2 kills right now. The man is a menace to society. And people named Aquel, apparently. Oh, look, a grenade! Yeah, no one's gone in and cleared the white building yet, funny enough. Oh my god, Ivan's still in the back of the truck. He reconnected. 8 minutes remaining. Floral is plants, fauna is animals. My bad, you're right. Still, how do we know it wasn't an animal, Valix? It could have been a goat. Greek goats do not give a fuck, alright?
Ja rzucam na...
You think they put enough smoke grenades in here?
Smoke jest. Strzelają pod...
Bro! Bro! What? What? Oh no! Better bandage, because I took wounds! What the fuck was that? What the actual... What the fuck? I think Blue 4's dead, but... What on earth was that? There's the double taps. Unfortunately, here comes Ziki and Ilvanek, and we still have 6 minutes to go. All right, Wolfman, I'm sure you're coming, right, buddy? Right? Yeah, he's just taking a nap. He's getting his hours in before he has to go to war. Oh my god.
Just double tap every single body. Yo, come.
Breach, breach, go!
What are you doing?
How many times are gonna double tap these bodies? Oh my god. Op4 is just trigger happy, man.
Entering.
Wait, they're already dead! They keep shooting all the why? Why? You're good. You're good. Are you done yet? Oh my freaking god. Just... Okay. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see it. Hey, Ilvanek with the headshot! And the 50 cal! Urisato gets blown away as he just stands there like, what's going on, Chief? Shay trying to counter Ilvanek. Shay should go prone and shoot at Ilvanek's feet. Oh no. It's up to Ziki. Kill him, Shay. Let's wrap this up. Headshot. That's not a headshot. There you go! Well, the remaining 2 Blue 4 players are either captured or unconscious, so that pretty much wraps it up. All right. Don, if you're here, pay it out to Op4. They have successfully won. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go take a quick shower. We'll be back in 2 hours for a Pog Zeus op, and then probably some DayZ, because why the hell not? Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one.
You can't help me.
Of course I can. I will tag you out.
I had Adamex say, of course I can. So how is Adamek going to kill with... I'm just curious how Adamek's gonna kill everyone in the... Alright, there you go. A perfect score for Op4, and Blue 4 get nothing. And now he's trying to AT the man to death. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. What the hell was that? I give up. I'm done. GG. We're done.